A righteous rude girl is a perfect term to describe the exotic but patriotic character behind the fast rising roots reggae artist Yeza. Hel- Hi Yeza, welcome to this edition of Star on the Rise. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. All right, big up everybody who's listening and watching. My name is Yeza, Rude Girl Roots, righteous bad girl from the east side of Jamaica, Bull Bay, Star of the East. And Star of the East is where I grew up, and it's also the title of my album. You see me? So now I get the roots, where it started. And who am I? I would say that I am a righteous bad girl. The music is called Rude Girl Roots. Why? Because I'm a conscious artist, but I have strong influence coming from the street because of where I grew up and just being in the middle of the sound system dancehall culture as a youngster in a east side Jamaica. So yeah, I'm excited to bring the music to you all.
Yeza, an interesting stage moniker. How did you come by that name and the meaning behind all of that?
All right, so Yeza comes from Yezambique, and that is a name that when I create for myself. Basically, I mix Swahili and English, but recently I found out that it has a direct translation in a South African language called Isulu,
Oh,
right? And so it
African.
means the coming of the dawn, right?
Oh,
And medicine, healing. So I was like, yo, me I run with this. New meaning.
yeah.
Yeza.
So you actually just come up with a concept and then you realize that it actually
It
has a
actually have
deeper meaning.
a deeper meaning in South Africa.
Has music always been your passion?
Yeah, it's always been my passion from as far back as I can remember. Making up a song to the moon, an elephant song, because I did have like a toy that was an elephant. Just everything like coming up. And then there was this competition that used to go on upon like, I think it was TVJ or CVM, don't remember. And like the kids had to send in their I think I don't know, like a song that they made up
Oh, okay.
to like one of the cartoon. Enter the competition every time and never hit win but or get selected, but just to show you the passion, it was
Yeah,
always there.
from a long time. Okay, I see. But you do own a bachelor's degree in history, though, and if we didn't get Yeza, the artist here, what would Yeza be?
I think I would be in the field of education,
Oh,
research, even physics maybe. Just all of them things that I'm very interested in uncovering the meaning behind reality, like unraveling all of those threads. So
yeah.
I read up on quantum physics, history, poetry, and even neuroscience. I'm very interested in all of those topics. So
Very interesting.
I probably would have been like some sort of researcher in one of those fields.
Are there any plans to still pursue that side of
Yeah,
Yeza?
of course. I'm studying quantum physics right now online,
Okay,
and
lovely.
I plan on, going further, merging quantum physics, the study of the subconscious mind, and all of them things there.
Sure.
It's probably very strange to hear that coming from a righteous bad girl, but it is what it
Yeah,
is.
I love that. I love the contrast, but still, a little rudeness to it, and
Yeah.
you still can flex it. Beauty and the brains. I love that. All
Thanks.
right, so you're often dubbed the Lyrical Lioness and Rebel Empress. What's
Yeah.
the reason for such labeling?
All right, so I think Rebel Empress came from my stage presence, especially when I was just coming up. Like, I did have that fierce thing. I still have it to like this fierce energy when I come on the stage. It's not something I think about. It just come out,
Yeah.
and then the lyrics them kind of suit it. So people just start to call me the Rebel Empress, and the Lyrical Lioness is because I mentioned poetry earlier. I've
Yeah.
always been fascinated with words and wordplay, and I think it just transferred to the music. I love play with words and rhythms and patterns and cadence and all of them things. So
Yeah.
the lyrics are always a chop. I deliberately actually slow down my lyrics them and taper them to suit the audience. Like if it did up to me
Oh.
alone.
You said that growing up, you were impacted by music from a very early age. Tell us, how did that sort of exposure help to, shape your musical style and the genre you chose in music?
I think it was very instrumental in shaping the type of music that I'm doing now, because because my location was like a venue for a lot of these street dances, I was exposed to the conscious music just as much as the in the streets and the more racha music, as we would call it. You know, people are them are gonna probably miss out on the early jugglings because them are gonna come at the party late, as normal Jamaicans do. But when you live at the place, you hear everything. You understand? And that was me. May I listen to all of the Mighty Diamonds. May I listen to all of the different Bob them, the different Dennis Brown, all of them Marcia coming up, and I appreciate them on a level where the normal person are go really do. So basically, the exposure of both dancehall and reggae music created a consciousness there, and also the influence from the street, which to me is like Yeza meet right in the middle.
You started out your career in terms of Bobby Digital produced single, Everything is Airy. How did this step help to cement your space in such a dog kind of competitive space?
So I want to big up, first of all, Calibud. He recently passed, rest in peace, Cali. Even though the studio was Bobby Digital, the person who did the production and actually approved of us using that original cut of the Hot Milk Rhythm was Calibud, and yeah, him drop out recently. So, you know, I'm still I try to get over that and I process that. But really, that was a milestone for me because not only was it coming out of a big studio like Bobby Digital, foundation to the music, dancehall and reggae, but it kind of like gave me a stamp of approval to say, yo, I'm already working with the big people out the gates. You get me? So that was great for me, and the song itself did well overseas in the UK, especially I did a tour, and everywhere I go, like, it shelled on the place when I did that UK tour in 2019. So yeah.
As an organically created, voluptuous woman, stepping into this reggae space came with some criticisms, as you know, people expressed how your creative fashion was too revealing and sexually appealing for a roots woman. How do you manage to block out those critics while still being yourself and keeping it culturally rootsy, in a sense?
Well, the first thing is I have a strong definition of who I am. So with the strong definition of who I am, you cannot say that I am trying to be something else. I've told you who I am. My definition is the only thing I need, and I said it myself. I am a righteous bad girl. Don't focus on the righteous and left out the bad girl. Don't focus on the bad girl and left out the righteous. That's pretty much it. It's very simple.
All right, so it's a full package. It's just
Yes.
as you are.
Yes.
On that note, though, of your body being used to determine what genre of music you should be doing and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the recent talks resurfacing about female artists unable to, get a bus or be featured on certain rhythms if, they're not, quote unquote, sleeping around with producers? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's quite true. I think it's quite true. We have a culture where people expect you to give of yourself as a woman if you're going to reap the benefits of them production and all of these things. Fortunately, me coming up, I've always gone everywhere with my management team. Them not there today though, because like everybody get more busy since we start grow. But I think this is quite true. I've had situations where people try to use that. But yeah, you cannot try that with a girl or like with a woman like me. You cannot. It's futile. Put it at that. So whatever the I would say the assumption is, maybe we can't bust because I'm fine with it. Is it me? Me know say from me chosen, nobody can stop in my way. Nobody can come in my way.
And how would you describe your journey so far, though, and some of the challenges you've encountered, in addition to what you just mentioned?
My journey so far, I think it's been, I can't put it into one word. I would say it's just been growth, learning, adjusting. The caveat is you have to learn and you have to adjust based on what you experience. And I've been doing that, and I can see that the results are coming in more and more. So I can't really put it into words in terms of the experience. I think there can never be like a smooth sailing from start to finish. So that is expected. I can't complain about it per se. I just have to say what I've been doing is adjusting and learning based on the circumstances and the environment, and it's brought me blessings. So I give thanks.
One of your most popular track, Organic, has amassed over 1.5 million views and over 80,000 social media impressions worldwide. Let's talk a little bit about that, the concept behind that particular single.
That song to me did necessary because I feel like the organic body them, them never really have nothing for uplift them. And I feel like impressions and just representation very, very important. Like everybody want to go party and have fun. But when you pull up in the dance, no song not there for you, eventually what's gonna happen is you're gonna start to filter into those narratives that you did originally opposed to. And so I feel like say it was my duty, not just on a single level, but on a cultural level, to bring out something where I go represent for the natural women, the people them who actually appreciate themselves as they are and don't want to sign up to whatever fad is out there now, which is the cosmetic procedure, the dolly vibes. So I felt like I did need to do it, and then when I did it, I was very nervous to put it out. Because I don't know something new. I never tried that before. The old school dancehall rhythm too was new. Everything did brand new. Yeah, like everything did new. And so them I like the old school dancehall rhythm. Them I like the topic. The girl them I come for me, come jump me in my back. All of that, but here what? The next part I may say, don't care. Drop. It a go drop. Yeah, and then when it dropped, the just the amount of energy where rally back at me was enormous. I'm talking globally, like every Caribbean island DM me, comment, share. I mean every Caribbean island plus every European country, African countries, the whole works. USA, everybody they were like, yo, we needed this.
Yeah, man, for real. And it also, as you expressed earlier, it gave a 90s dancehall vibe to it, to which we later saw veteran artist
Patra, yeah. She dropped in on the remix.
Dropping in on the remix. So what did that sort of endorsement do for you, or means to you from such a musical icon?
It was amazing because before it happened, everybody kept commenting that, yo, this a give Patra vibes.
Yeah.
Like the song a give Patra vibes. So actually the people them do it. Because the amount of comments that were there and the amount of tags that she got, that's how she realized that I put out the song and that people were comparing her and me. So we ran into each other at a fashion show. It was queer. They invited me to come walk and she was there too, and she said, yo, I see the comments them, there people that tag me, and I say, yo, this is you. This are the artists, the organic artists. I'm gonna say, yeah, that's me. And then I say, yo, we have to do something. She like, yo, let's do it right now.
That was great.
That's how it happened naturally, because of the people them commenting and tagging her.
Such a natural alignment, though.
Yeah, exactly. Organic.
Yeah, see, organic. All right, moving on to one of your most recent single, "Where Lock the Place," as I mentioned earlier, Roadrunner. You literally took the fans to the heart of the hustlers and, showcased the in-the-street vibes to Yeza, but it was also a special tribute from you to someone who was close to you. Can you, delve a little more into the concept behind it and the reason for the tribute?
Roadrunner is more so a tribute to all of the hustlers, them more so than one person, I'd say, because I feel like the backbone of Jamaican culture and society is the people who choose for the righteousness and earn a living by honest means. I feel like sometimes when they even pay attention to them people, when they are really the backbone of the Jamaican society, they are the ones who keep everything intact. You understand? So nowadays we are praise a lot of people who are use illegal means to get rich, and that's fine. But want to the man them way and the woman them way honestly I got to work, wake up early a morning time, forget them for them one, for send them picnic them go school and all of these other things. I feel like them deserve not just recognition, but them deserve praises and flowers, because in a 2025, it's easy for somebody say, you know what, I'm going to stop work and I'm going to chop a line. You understand? It's easy. It's just that one decision. But you get up and you choose another way. Maybe it's the more difficult way, but it's the honest way. That deserves flowers. That deserves recognition. And that was what Roadrunner was for me. It's like giving flowers where it's due, giving praises where it is due to the regular man, the regular woman who are work them honest bread, because them have integrity.
Describe the vibe though in creating like the music video, in the heart of the
Yeah, yeah.
market, the people
Yeah.
reacting to you and all that. What was it like?
Boy, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, I did afraid first of all. I did afraid. Before I go down there, hear me, Jesus and peace, I go down that town, go shoot video. I was a little bit taken aback because a long time I never go downtown in terms of passing through to all of the streets. But we used to shop downtown regular. So when we go down the door, I have to say the people them nice and warm, and like even one of the stall man them literally make you take over him stall. We did have fun in the stall. You understand what I mean? I say we did have light, him have lighting, and him give it all of them things that I could have plug in and charge phone, everything downtown in the middle of parade. So. And I'm telling you, the vibe was amazing. Like everybody, even the big woman, them run at the fruit stall and the vegetables, them supported, them loved the song. And I'm not sure if you did see the video, but one of them did a dance with me. I never asked her. She just literally stepped out and vibe. So I have to say, like, the vibe was amazing. It was a reminder to me that downtown is safe. The downtown is your place. Obviously, you have to watch your back in a certain circumstances, but I think sometimes the mentality about it is not really accurate in a lot of ways.
And what sort of impact you hope this single would have on not just, persons who are looking for a source of motivation to move on, but somebody who is also looking to create their own hustle in a positive, meaningful light?
All right, so I would say I hope that this song just remind people that you don't have to choose another route. Stay focused, lock in, and whatever you do, you see when integrity in it, and you lock in your focus, just know say, and not even you alone are gonna guide you. You understand? You want to call it Almighty, God, Jah. This is the guidance are gonna start flowing. You don't have to worry about the next man. Grass, if it's greener than yours, just lock in and focus. That's what I hope that this song does.
On to your next big move is your major upcoming project, your debut album, which bears the name, as you mentioned earlier, of the title, and the notable single, Star of the East.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little more about this album, starting with the reason behind the title.
All right, so I'm very excited about the album. Rory Stone Love on the production, and we've been working together for a while. Firstly, I want to say Rory understand the message, the roots, and the instrumentation where kind of merge with what me want to say. And so I feel like it's just a great chemistry in terms of the creative aspect. So big up Rory. Star of the East, the title, that comes from literally just when I live. Why I choose that? Because the album really is just an introduction to me, where I come from, how I start, and understanding my sound better. So a lot of people, because I'm something new, them never yet see probably consciousness mixed with little badness. So them confused. This now is where you're going to get all of the answers them way you've been asked about, or some of the answers them, because I'm still very much an anomaly for a lot of people. So yeah, the album here I really introduce you guys to my vibes, my energy, my style of music. You're gonna get the consciousness. I have some song on me, I'm gonna have some song on me sing about, just my experience, love same way, cause I will never leave out love, and some things for the girl and wind up them body, some things for the, you know what I mean? For the man them we want to bust some blank. We have everything, and I'm very excited about it. It really tells my story.
All right. How many tracks will be on it?
12 tracks.
Okay. Are there any special featured artists?
No,
or just you?
no, just me.
Story.
So it's just my story for now. But yeah, we have Wolipa collabs coming up outside of that still.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. What's the expected release date for it again?
The 25th of July. So it's dropping like hot bread. Da Montia, yeah.
Yeah. And
Brawling.
Bradley, right? Yes. So is there a particular overall impact that you hope for your story? You know, getting a more personal connection with your fans and that sort of stuff. Is there a personal impact for you? You're hoping for this album to make?
Of course. So for the fans to understand me more and for the fans to really lean into my energy some more and then just going out on the road and performing and sharing the vibes with them in person, face to face, you know, with tours and shows and all of that. So, yeah, that, of course, I'm looking forward to all of that. Just building more of a connection. The people them who don't resonate, that's fine, you know, you're good, you're good. But the one them with where it resonate, I want to give them more of me and connect more with them.
Yeah. All right. Any other upcoming shows or major moves in the pipeline that you want to note?
Uh, yes, the album release, listening party is coming up. In this month, we're still locking in the dates. So
Stay
yeah,
tuned for
stay
that.
tuned for that.
How about shows? Any local, international shows on the agenda
Yes,
for now?
still locking in those dates as well. So I have
Yeah.
to stay tuned for that. The team needs to give me an update. Yo, 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 this is Yeza, the righteous bad gal in the place. Make sure you're locked in. Star. Find me at Yeza, Yeza, music on all platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, the whole works. Yezimi.